welcome to this episode of CodeAlong with gOZie. Today we'll be looking at HTML paragraphs. Paragraphs are kind of like block of text that starts on a new line. So let's look at how we could do that with HTML. So we'll go to new file, paragraph .html. Okay, so we'll create our basic web page structure. Hold down the shift key, press 1, press enter. I will change the title, HTML paragraph. Okay, so paragraphs are rendered in the browser using the P tag. So that's P, enter, I. So before we move along, let me teach you a little trick. VS Code comes with this inbuilt text generator. So right now I have the option of let's say type in just random words. I am a paragraph, then copy and paste several times to produce contents for this example. Or I could use the inbuilt shortcuts. So what is it? Type lorem, L-O-R-E-M, and then no space. Enter the number of words you want. So let's say I want 50 words. So just type 50. And see they're together. Then press enter. It will generate 50 random words. That's beautiful. Thank you, VS Code, for saving us time. Okay, so let's look at how this. Let's look at what this looks like in the browser. So that's a paragraph. To understand the idea of a new line, let's create another paragraph. So let's have a p tag, lorem 100, enter. Okay, so let's refresh. All right, so you can see, like I said, it's a block of text that's displayed on in a separate line. So you see after this block of text, there's an empty line here, and the next block of text show. So some very important things to take note of. HTML does not respect white space. Let me show you, and then white line, new white spaces and white lines. Sorry, I mean extra spaces and extra lines. So let's say we could just have extra. I'm holding down my space bar. I could have this from now till thy kingdom come. Nothing. There will be no change. So if you want to render a space between texts, you have to find a way to get that done. There's a way to get it done anyway. You can use your styling, but just take note of the fact that HTML, even if you have like 30 different spaces, HTML will take the first one and leave out the rest. Same for extra lines. So if you want to have if you put an extra line here, you have your P, you have all this, and you put an extra line, HTML does not respect that. So take note. So let's return it back and look at something else related to paragraphs. It's called horizontal rule. And horizontal rule is used to separate contents. By ruling a line from one end of the screen to the other. So let's have a horizontal rule here, HR. I want you to take note of the fact that this is the second self-closing tag we are having to use after using the meta tags. Remember, I said self-closing tags are tags that do not have the closing tag. So this is a horizontal rule, is a self-closing tag. So let's not go over this again. Let's just copy what the paragraph we have already and then paste them here. Now let's refresh the page. Okay, so this line here was rendered because of our horizontal rule. Okay. One more thing. There might be a situation where you want to have parts of your paragraph start on a new line. Simple example. Let's have our HR, and then let's say I want to render my address. So this is a second floor, Legion House, Basilica of the Most Holy Trinity, Onitsha, Anambra State. Okay, Nigeria. Okay, so let's look at it on the let's look at this on the browser. Like I said, HTML does not by default respect your extra line. So what do? We have a tag called line break. That's another single tag that we have to look at. Line break. Okay, it's a single tag. It makes everything after it move to the next line. Okay, so I just copied the first one and I'm pasting after each one. So there's no need to put anyone after Nigeria, because what line break does is to just push after this comma, push the rest to the next line. So there's nothing you're pushing after Nigeria. So it doesn't make sense. If you put it there, it wouldn't make any effect. Okay, it won't create any effect. So let's look at this. Okay, so it now looks as good as we wanted.